The first thing I figured out and learned, sometimes the hard way, about entrepreneurship is that the core, the essence of entrepreneurship is about making meaning. Many people start companies to make money, the quick flip, the dot-com phenomena. And I have noticed in both the companies that I've started and funded and been associated with, that those companies that are fundamentally founded to change the world, to make the world a better place, to make meaning, are the companies that make a difference. They are the companies to succeed. My naive and romantic belief is that if you make meaning, you'll probably make money. But if you set out to make money, you will probably not make meaning and you won't make money. So my first thought is you need to make meaning. That should be the core of why you start a company. There are 3 ways to make meaning. First is to increase the quality of life. My background is the Macintosh division of Apple Computer, and I can tell you with total certainty that we were not motivated by making money. We were motivated by changing the world to make people more creative and more productive. We were trying to increase the quality of life for the Macintosh user. And that was a great motivation. It kept us going through many difficult periods. We were waking up in the morning thinking how we could change people's lives. A second way to make meaning is to right a wrong. You know, that this fish is going to die after jumping out. But to right a wrong means that you find something that's wrong in the world, or you notice something that's wrong, or you want to fix that. This might be particularly applicable to not-for-profits where, you know, there's pollution, or there's crime, or there's abuse, and their very core is to end that wrong. And the third way to make meaning is to prevent the end of something good. That you see something beautiful, something wonderful, and you just can't stand the fact that it's been eroded, it's being changed, it's being ruined. So I ask you, as you start your companies, your not-for-profits, your churches, your schools, whatever you're starting, please have one of those 3 motivations, one or more of those motivations. If you don't have any of those motivations, I suggest that you rethink what you're doing. I think these 3 things are the key to starting a great organization. The second thing I learned is to make mantra. Many of you have not yet been polluted by the desire to make a mission statement. The desire to make a mission statement comes because you have a graduate school business degree, or perhaps you work for McKinsey for a summer, or something like that has ruined you. And so many entrepreneurs take it as one of the fundamental things they have to do is figure out a mission statement. So what they do is they grab the core team. There's somebody from marketing, from sales, from engineering, from production, finance, HR, and they go off-site and they craft this mission statement. And everybody has to put their 2 cents in, because this mission statement has to be workable for employees, for shareholders, for customers, for the dolphins, for the porpoises, you know, end the ozone hole, all that. All that has to be in a mission statement. So what I recommend is that you don't do a mission statement as a startup, because a mission statement usually ends up crap. It's too long, it's impossible to remember, it cannot even focus the company, which is what it should do. Inevitably, you will end up with a mission statement along these lines. The mission of Wendy's is to deliver superior quality products and services for our customers and communities through leadership, innovation, and partnerships. How many of you thought that that was Wendy's mission statement when you bought a hamburger there? How many of you think you could go to Trixie or Biff working at Wendy's and ask them, what's the mission of Wendy's, and they can repeat that word for word? It's impossible. That is a $50,000 mission statement done by a consulting firm. I love Wendy's, don't get me wrong, I love Wendy's. But the mission statement leaves a lot to be desired. By contrast, you should do a mantra. Do a mantra because it's only 3 or 4 words. It captures the essence of your organization. When you have 1,000 employees or 10,000 employees and you can hire a facilitator, or you can go off-site and you can use McKinsey, God bless you, write this mission statement. It'll make you feel better. You can put it up on in your annual report. You can post it in your cafeteria, whatever you want to do. But right now, as an entrepreneur, make a mantra. Here are some mantras. First thing is, I think Wendy's proper mantra is healthy fast food. 3 words, healthy fast food. Somewhat oxymoronic, I must admit. But healthy fast food is something very easy to remember. Another good mantra, FedEx. FedEx's mantra, in my mind, should be peace of mind. Because when you absolutely, positively want something, someplace, you think of FedEx. The FedEx employee is thinking peace of mind for our customer. A third mantra, from Nike. Authentic athletic performance. Just do it is the slogan. It's the slogan for the customer. Authentic athletic performance is the mantra for the employee. That's what a Nike employee stands for. Authentic athletic performance. And one of the best mantras is from Mary Kay, enriching women's lives. This is a good mantra because it works for two groups. The customer of Mary Kay, who buys the Mary Kay products, and also the salesperson of Mary Kay. It enriches both people's lives. So these are examples of mantras. And I would suggest to you that you come up with a 3 or 4 word thing like that. For me, my personal mantra is empowering entrepreneurs. That's what I do. Okay? Now, if some of you still have the desire to create a mission statement because, I don't know why, because you've been ruined somehow. So if you have this great desire to do a mission statement, rather than taking your team off-site and going away for a day and using a consulting firm and crafting some 50-word thing and wasting a lot of time and money, I suggest to you that you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. All you have to do is go to the Dilbert Mission Statement Generator website. And there, for absolutely no cost, you can get a mission statement like the one you want. Like, we exist to professionally build long-term, high-impact sources so that we may endeavor to synergistically leverage existing effective deliverables to stay competitive in tomorrow's world. See, that's a mission statement. I mean, that's something you can be proud of putting in your annual report. Don't pay $50,000 for this. Just go to the Dilbert Mission Statement Generator website. Okay? Ironically, entrepreneurs who should have this bias toward action often can't get going. They are victims of engineering creeping elegance, where they always want to add one more feature. Or they're marketing people, and they need that external validation. They want to prove that there's a market. They have to read one more consulting study. Or they're trying to get a focus group to prove that the product works. They need one more focus group, one more test suite, one more something. It's a bunch of crap. So here's the 3 recommendations about getting going. The first is you've got to think different as an entrepreneur. Your goal should not be to do something 10 or 15 or 20% better. It should be to do something 10 times better. It should not be a slightly better Apple II. It should not be slightly better MS-DOS. It should be a completely different operating system. Think different. Build the product or service that you love. I moderated a panel on Saturday where a venture capitalist from Sequoia was on the panel. And he said that the best source of entrepreneurial talent for Sequoia, the best places and companies to fund, are people under 30 years old who are solving a personal problem. Hence Google, hence Yahoo, hence Cisco. That's the kind of sweet spot for a venture capitalist. Think different. Don't just do the 15th thing. Think different. The second point about getting going is do not be afraid of polarizing people. You know, many people are afraid to polarize people. And my God, some people might not like what we do. And so they try to create this product or service that everybody likes. That is impossible. You should not be afraid of polarizing people. I'm not saying you should go and intentionally piss them off. But you should not be afraid of polarizing people. The ideal situation is where some people really love your product and some people hate your product. But very few people feel sort of disinterested or neutral towards your product. You know, something like a Toyota Scion XB, you either love that design and you think it's very cool, or you think that's a refrigerator on wheels. But there's nothing in the middle. There's nothing in the middle. Same thing with the Mini Cooper, same thing with the Murano, same thing with the Macintosh, same thing with the Harley Davidson. Either love the product or hate the product, but don't be afraid to polarize people. And the third point is you need to find a few soulmates. I think there's a vast myth about entrepreneurship, that it's Steve Jobs changing the world single-handedly, Bill Gates changing the world single-handedly, Richard Branson changing the world single-handedly, Anita Roddick changing the world single-handedly, Mary Kay changing the world single-handedly. It's not true. It's not true. You need soulmates. You need, I think, ideally 3 people in a founding team. Because when one person falls down, you need the other 2 people to pick you up. And when one person is cold, you need other people to hug you and keep you warm. It's very hard to keep yourself warm. It's very hard to hug yourself, all right? So find the soulmate. For Bill Gates, there was Steve Ballmer. For Steve Jobs, there was Steve Wozniak. Find a few soulmates that balance you off, that keep you warm, that'll pick you up.